This video is for entertainment purposes only and demonstrates how I personally approached a specific task. It's not intended as an instructional advice. Please conduct your own research, and if you're uncertain about any part of this process, refer to the owner's manual, manufacturer guidelines, or consult a qualified professional. In this YouTube episode, I'll be installing thumb cam locks on my drawers and pantry cabinet to keep everything secure while traveling. I actually tested these different sizes from Amazon, but after trying them out, I found out that the longest size, the 2 1/8 inch, worked the best for my setup. So if you're planning to do an upgrade yourself, that's definitely something to keep in mind. All right, adventure groupies, welcome to another episode of Modify My Ride. Yep, we are going to do some stuff inside Frankie. It's going to help life traveling much easier. One of the things that we found was this pantry door. When it is filled with items, it's pretty heavy. And as we travel, this hook is supposed to go into that device, but sometimes that device malfunctions and the hook does not go in there, and this pantry does not hold well inside. And what happens is when we go around corners, it swings open. So I went on Etsy and I found a guy that did 3D printing, and he came up with this latch system. So this way when we travel, this cabinet door won't slide open. This Etsy device or clamp was easy to install. It just screwed itself around the edge of the cabinet, and then this way it just clears to be locked in place. However, I've been noticing since we've been using this 3D printing plastic device, it's starting to wear a little bit because you got plastic rubbing on plastic, we'll call it. So we're going to modify this cabinet door along with some other cabinet doors with something I found on the Facebook post by a gentleman by the name of Bill Hare. And he came up with a pretty good idea. So we're going to modify this cabinet as well as the cabinet that has the trash can we use as for coffee, as well as these cabinet doors here, especially this bottom one because it's got our pots and pans. So we're going to go ahead and modify this today so that these things will be closed even if the clips fail. Another reason this cabinet and drawer latch upgrade is a must, we actually saw exactly why in an episode from the Van Kaskis. They were driving down the road in their Thor Class B named Mr. Lemon, when suddenly their drawers flew open mid-drive. Now, thankfully, Bob reacted quickly. He actually used the natural sway and inertia of the van to get those drawers to slide shut again. It worked out that time, but it's definitely not something you want to rely on when you're going down the highway. Let's take a look and see what happened.
And come to this tour. They are amazing. The St. John's Restaurant, Louisiana's #1 family style restaurant.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry and Maria for giving us this recommendation.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if they recommended it.
They just told us they were going to go here, so we stole the idea. Oh, here, hang on.
Oh no.
Closed it.
I have also included a helpful resource for you in the Frankie Essential OneDrive. You'll find a document you can access using the QR code on the screen. That document includes all my measurements along with the template I use to accurately locate the center drilling point for the pull-out drawers. So if you're planning to do this yourself, you can skip the guesswork and use exactly what worked for me. Based on the Facebook post, these are the clips that I purchased, and we will stick these on the drawer and lock them in place. So when we travel, the doors will stay shut. I did some rough measurements for the latches on the doors, and to put them in the corners right here, I measured in 1 inch inward and down on the top drawer, middle drawer, bottom drawer, and the garbage door. The pantry door has a different measurement, and I'll show you how to do that later. You can use a tape measure to measure your 1 inch by 1 inch dimensions, which makes it a little difficult to find the center point. So I made a template to make this process go a lot faster for these drawers right here. I made up a template and I put it on a document, which I'll put in my OneDrive if you guys want to access it. But it actually gives you 1 inch from the top of the fold to 1 inch to the side of the fold on either side. And this template will be mounted on the drawer so I can center punch right here perfectly the dimension for each drawer down. And the reason I have a fold on either side is that I can then go to this side and get 1 inch dimension as well. I position the template right on the drawer like so. Stick my center punch right in the X. Take a hammer, and that gives me the center line for drilling that hole. I do that for all the other drawers down. And then I also put it on my garbage drawer. And there we go. All 4 holes, or 5 holes, are lined up. Now I just have to get a 3/4 inch drill, a hole saw drill. But before I put this hole saw in there, I'm going to go ahead and just drill some pilot holes, and then I'll use the larger drill to go into those pilot holes. Let's go ahead and start with the drilling of this particular drawer right here. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll put some tape around that hole. So that when the hole cutter cuts into it, it doesn't booger up the wood around it. Since I know where the hole is already. We'll now put in the hole, 3/4 inch hole. No turning back now, boys. Here we go. And we are through. Pull the tape off and you get a nice smooth hole. There's a smooth hole on the one side. A little rough looking on this side, no problem. Oop, Mama's going to kill me, but we'll get that all vacuumed up. Let's go ahead and stick that lock in, see how it works. Finished the first hole, and one of the things that I've noticed is I might have to go up a little bit higher on the lock. 1 inch gets the nut right against this piece of wood, so giving it more clearance, but it wasn't a problem getting on this lock. You don't have to take off much wood, just to skim past so that the nut will fit on there properly. All right, I got the latch in. I had to use a 3/4 inch wood chisel just to chisel out a little piece of the wood here so that the nut would fit in there. I know that I was talking about coming up a little bit, but I don't want to do that because of the clearance. So you're going to have to chisel a little bit of the wood out to get this latch in there with the nut. On the top drawer, I drilled my hole, but I don't have to use the chisel because the distance between the hole and here is greater, so the nut will fit. And we'll see how that works out. So it only had to be done on this drawer and the drawer below it. The garbage drawer and this top drawer did not need to have a chisel done. The problem now I have is this latching mechanism needs to be bent out a little because it's hooking up to this piece of wood and it's just not clearing. So I'm going to bend that out a little bit and we should be good to go. I put the latch mechanism in my vise and I'm going to just bang it out just a little. So looking down on it, it's not a 90, it's bent out slightly. So let's try that. Well, there you go. I got 4 locks on these drawers. I can open them and lock them. I'll have to clean it a little bit, but you can see I had to bend the lock a little bit to the back so it'll fit. Same thing here. And same thing there. Did not have to bend this one. But they do lock in position. So these drawers are locked. Let's take a time out for a little biblical humor. What kind of car did the disciples drive? Well, you can find that answer in Acts chapter 2, verse 1, where it states, when the day of Pentecost had fully come, they were all together in one place, and according to Acts 2:1, they were all in an accord. I did try the longer latch versus the one I bought that was shorter. But what I found out is the longer latch went further into the drawer, but it still didn't clear that area without having to bend this. So I like the shorter one better, and I had to bend this a little bit more open, but it's locked in position. Well, guys, I went ahead and tried something. I went ahead and replaced the shorter latch with the longer one that I actually used in the pantry, which worked out fantastically. Stuck at the top drawer here. Here's the longer one. Doesn't obscure too much, but what's nice, there's no modification needed. That lever is still the same as it came out of the package. You turn it, no interference, and it is locked pretty good. So what I'm going to do is replace the shorter ones with the longer ones. But if you got shorter ones, you know what to do. You have to modify it. But with these longer ones, they fit in nicely. All you got to do is drill your 3/4 inch hole, pop this baby in, put this lever on this way, and you're ready to go. The reason I picked the 1 inch in and 1 inch down dimension is I wanted some beef or wood around the lock itself. I didn't want it to be too thin on one side. Also, when I measured it, the barrel rests just above this wood area, but when it slips in that area right here, I wanted to make sure it made it underneath that piece of wood. Now, again, I talked about chiseling away a little bit underneath to get this nut in. You could raise this hole up 1/8 of an inch, and I think you can still make it, and you don't have to worry about interference, and you won't have to chisel. That's up to you, but that's what I chose. I also wanted the knob to be over the drawer piece of wood here rather than inside here, taking up valuable space, we'll call it. And so it's out of the way. And also, here is the locking mechanism in the center. So you might say, why didn't you put it in the center? Well, that's where the drawer gets locked into place. And I didn't want to interfere with that. And at the same time, I wanted the locks close to each other so I could make sure I could lock them all in a row. I have the locking mechanism set up so that when it's flat, the door is unlocked. When it's up, it's in the lock position. So everything that's up will show us as a locked cabinet. According to my paperwork and dimensions on my pantry door, I have to come down 1 5/8 inches, or inward, I'm sorry. I have to come in 1 5/8 inches and 3 inches down to establish that latch. They say to double check your dimensions, and I found out that the 1 5/8 inches inward is not correct. It's 1 3/8 inches. So I double checked. I will make the corrections on my document that I sent into OneDrive. Because this mechanism has failed again, I have to replace it with a new one. It's not working correctly with the hook mechanism. So I went on Amazon and bought a whole assembly. I'll post down here what it is, but all I'm going to do is use this mechanism. I'm just going to replace that instead, and not this, because there already is a hook in that position. All right, guys, we got the last one in on the pantry. I had to use the longer one and turn the locking arm inward and downward. So it goes up like so. Now it is in place, locked. Guys, thank you for watching. This is a project that you can do. It's a little time consuming and somewhat difficult, but I will post my dimensions in my OneDrive, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
And
thanks.
remember to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I had supervisor here watching me the whole
time. Subscribe. Yay!
Yes, thank you. Have a great day.